to another crash course in Warframe. Today I get to show you just how close to broken Mag is. And I mean that in a good way. To put it simply, Mag specializes in moving things from bullets to single targets to hordes of enemies. She can also add or deplete shields from said allies and enemies respectively. Mag is without a doubt an extremely powerful Warframe, and you can't see it, but underneath that mask is what some would refer to as a shit-eating grin. Mag may start off with less health than the majority of other frames, but she is also one of the quickest out the box. Clever gunplay and use of her first 3 abilities make her ideal for pairing with Trinity and her energy vampire. A personal recommendation though is that you want to focus on raising her energy max as quickly as possible, because Mag is an energy sink. Pull, her first ability, is similar to Loki's switch teleport, with the exception that you're still standing there when the enemy's in your face. Luckily, there's a short stun that's long enough for you to get off a charged melee or two. You can also use Pull to strip Riot Shield from Grineer, making them about 200% less of a pain in the ass. And while several frames have some method of temporary invulnerability that can be used when attempting to save a down teammate, Mag can simply pull that frame to her and earn both bro cred and style points. And don't let this stop you from yanking around an ancient during a defense mission if you need to buy time for a cryopod to regen. This method comes in extremely handy. Shield Polarize in its current state is a little weak. The ability can grant shields to an ally, which is great, or it can deplete shields from an enemy. The problems begin with 1, the fact you can't target yourself, and 2 is that in order to grant shields to a friendly, you either have to be really quick or have fantastic aim, or both. And finally, the amount that it strips from enemies can be easily matched by almost any mid-level weapon. So while the idea behind the ability is promising, the lack of ease of use and how weak it is really hinders its viability. But don't worry, Shield Polarize is easily outdone by Mag's third ability, Bullet Attractor. On paper, this ability reads as simply taking bullets that pass through the surrounding bubble and redirecting them towards the target. In practice, however, the ability can be used to keep damage up on bosses that like to take cover by redirecting bullets around corners, which also means it effectively makes the targets bigger, so your less accurate teammates can actually get some shots in. But probably the most effective use of Bullet Attractor is when paired with an ability such as Excalibur's Javelin Throw. Simply throw a bubble on a mob, have your Excalibur friend run in, activate Javelin Throw, and watch as 12,000 damage is instantly removed from the enemy's health. Definitely one of the most devastating power combos in the game. Mag's final ability is called Crush. It costs a fair amount of energy and it wrecks almost everything. Once activated, Mag lifts every mob in the area and balls them up, doing massive amounts of damage, and for the most part kills anything that either isn't shielded or that isn't an ancient, or a commander, or a boss. Now, while it seems that this ability is incredibly overpowered, what I will say is the main reason why it's so widely regarded as such is because of Xeni and Horde mode's popularity. Horde mode is simply the ideal situation for Crush, and therefore puts it in a different light for most players. She has recently had her range reduced, which is only a slight impact on her usefulness, but regardless, as long as this mission type remains popular, Mag's Crush ability will remain one of the best during the first 20 to 25 waves. After that, you're going to want to conserve energy for other abilities because Crush isn't going to do much damage to these guys. In the end, Mag is a nimble frame that, when loaded up on energy, can unleash waves of devastation on large groups. Most frames have trademark abilities available to them for less than 50 energy. Slash Dash, Invisibility, Link, Iron Skin are all spammable skills. So unfortunately, playing Mag without access to a large energy pool or nearby orbs is truly missing out on this frame's flagship move. And while some of her other abilities are either extremely situational or lackluster in general, they're easily balanced by the destructiveness of Crush.